What's going on, guys? Dan from SSG bringing you some Edison DB gameplay. This time we have my Earth Zombie deck that I profiled on the channel recently, so if you want a more of an in-depth analysis of this deck, you can go and check out that deck profile that was posted recently on the channel. But for now, we're just going to get a brief rundown. Of course, we have 3 copies of Giant Rat. That's going to be our main focus of this deck. It's going to provide us with a toolbox, but it's mostly going to give us fast access to Pyramid Turtle, which gets the zombie engine going so quickly. So we have 5 recruiters here that are going to be the main game plan of our deck. Of course, we have a zombie engine. We have Reaper as a tech because I'm playing creature swap, so Reaper can sort of combo with the creature swap and Pyramid Turtle to make a big massive advantage push. And then we have some Earth monsters that we can search off of the Giant Rat. Of course, we have Card Trooper as well as Injection Fair Lily. This card just solves a lot of problems that format can throw at you. We have Psychic Commander, a tuner we can go grab. We have DD Warrior, which is also good removal. It's kind of a budget warrior lady, but it gets the job done a lot of the time. We also have 2 copies of Gigantus we get to play since we're an Earth deck. Pretty solid card, comes down as an extender, can banish Earth out of the grave to drop it into play, and it's 1900 when it dies with battle. It's just going to heavy storm and threaten our opponent's back row. So really solid card here. We have power cards in here. We have Gores and Dark Arm. We have 2 copies of Caius, kind of combos with the Gigantus, sort of as like a, if we use the Gigantus as an Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy, pretty strong there, but Caius is going to be strong with our recruiters as well. Of course, we mentioned 2 creature swaps. Card's just excellent with recruiters, excellent with Goblin Zombie. We're going to get some value off this card. Notable spells, of course, 2 copies of Book of Life, very strong card. We have Book and Brain and Mind because we can easily find our tuner monsters with our recruiters. We're going to have them in play and then combo them with these cards. We have Emergency Teleport, really high upside. Don't be afraid to go and grab your Psychic Commander off of Giant Rat early in the game just because you have Teleport in the deck. Teleport's just there for the high upside. When you draw it, it's going to be really powerful, but a lot of times we're going to fetch our commander with Giant Rat anyway. So we have Allure of Darkness, Foolish, Burial from Different Dimension. We have Heavy, a lot of strong cards. Trap lineup, 2 Regeki Breaks, going to keep our opponents off the board. Make sure we have some discard outlets for the Mizuki so it doesn't get caught in our hand. Rest of it's standard traps. Call the Haunted really good. Return really good in combination with Gigantus and Warrior as well. A couple notable sideboard cards. We have Grand Mole. I like to play silver bullets in our side that we can go fetch. Having 4 copies of Grand Mole essentially in our deck due to Giant Rat being able to find it is really powerful. This card can help stun the card advantage and aggression that the Value Turbo decks can build out of the graveyard. Just get those synchros back into the extra deck and don't use any cards on them. Really strong answer right there, and it's searchable. 2 copies of Soul Taker, really good against fairies. I really want to deny the selection that Dimensional Alchemist can build for them. And then we have to play 3 Rugs in this deck because we need to be able to answer Caius. We can't have our recruiters being Caiused and Rised. We really need them to their effects to go off and have that that's our main game plan. So we can't allow those effects to kind of slow us down or even completely hinder our game plan with something like a Caius. Notable extra deck, I've been playing Doomkaiser in my extra deck, in all my zombie decks. There's just a lot of zombies running around. We can make some big plays with this card, and I like to play the Urbellum. Urbellum's really good. You can just easily make this because Commander's in your deck alongside with Teleport. You can be able to make a level 7 pretty easily, and having the additional 1 alongside Black Rose and Ancient Fairy just gives us a little bit more flexibility, and I think this card does kind of get in there every once in a while, especially in sideboarded games when the Soul Takers come in. So that is about it. Let's get into some gameplay here. Alright, so we're going to accept this game here, and we're going to get right into it. What should we pick, though? I keep picking Rock, and like sometimes they just have the answer. Let's try Scissors. Oh, we got there, boys. Boys and girls, we got there. Easy. We're going to start first. We're going to see how this deck plays out. I like the Earth Zombie deck quite a bit. We're going to give a GL to our opponent, and not a great hand, but let's see what we can draw for turn here. Also not great. So we'll go main phase, and let's see what we got going here. So we have Psychic Commander, which is like a reasonable card, but I usually like to play this card when our opponent has something already in play, try and beat over it for some card advantage. Maybe we can go for a Pro Storm. I mean, like, I don't mind that. We can, we have a lot of back rows to set, and none of them are, like, too great. This is a really bricky hand, but, we have Brain Control plus Commander, which, like, could get us something. Maybe we set this and try and, like, get a Brain Control Commander play going. Maybe we can get a +1 off of this, Heavy Storm, and, we'll see exactly what our opponent's gonna do here. Let's see what they're on. We got a Jane, so sweet card here. We're going to take the 1800. I like Jane quite a bit. I think this card just does a lot in the format. Just kind of beats over a lot of different things. But we're going to see what's going on. Oh, they set 2. And they milled a Malicious. I like Mally in Lightsworn based decks as well. So are we just going to get to do it all here? Is this just going to play out how we want it to play out? Let's see. Let's go and activate our Heavy Storm and see what they have in response here. See if we get the Pro Storm off, and we do. Nice. So awesome Pro Storm. They were playing Prison and Decree, so interesting. And they have Mally, so they do have like some sort of comeback play. But I think I am going to elect to drop the Brain Control into play now. I think just getting this off the board is really high value when they're so low on cards, and we're going to pay 800 here to do so. All right. And then we're going to normal summon our commander. Now, the play is they only have 3 cards, so we can't go for like Urbellum value. They have to have 4 cards for that. So we just want to maximize damage here, and we are going to attack for 14. We will then attack for 18. Or do we want to attack, actually? Like, one way we do end up losing this game is if our opponent does have Gores and, like, they're such low on cards. But, okay. Okay, he just took it, so we are just going to attack. Main phase 2. We're going to send to grave here. And we're going to synchro. Now, what do we make? I guess we can make Urbellum just like beat, and if they like force them to answer it, we could also just do like Ancient Fairy Defense, which is reasonable. Don't really want to make Black Rose with Call the Haunted in play. We can eventually, like, if something weird happens, we can Black Rose and get out of the situation. 3,000 is going to be hard for them to beat, I think. So let's go and special summon our Ancient Fairy. Now, do we want to set any back row here? The answer is probably yes. But I'm not really afraid of an attack. Maybe our Raigeki Break will set to kind of break up like some sort of synchro play that they have that's going to try and threaten our Ancient Fairy. Interesting here. That's likely just a Raikou, but like, is it worth breaking here? I feel like it is. I think like the return's going to be a pretty dead card this game. And I just want to keep the tempo pushing, so we're going to discard our return here and target the thing in the end phase. Okay, unfortunate that it was a Dandelion. Pretty interesting deck they have going on, some sort of like Twilight deck. But we're going to see what we can do here. Of course, we're going to switch to attack position and try and threaten those tokens. Don't really want to push with Caius yet, so I'm just going to attack one of them. And then I think I am going to set call here to potentially just set up Caius if that's what we need to do on the following turn, and we will end turn. No reason to set Mirror Force, I don't think, as the call Caius can kind of answer anything our opponent threatens to do. Going to activate Malicious here, so yeah, they're going to have some sort of play here. And we're going to see what they got here. So they have a Dandy token and Malicious. Their deck's kind of like going off now. And now we have a Lumina. Lumina is fine. So maybe we should have set the Force, but, you know, it happens. They're going to try and crash here. I think I'm going to allow that. That's fine, of course. No Honest there. We will just... I think we just want to take 1,000 here. Let's do a little think right here real quick. If they already normal summoned call, I think we just take 1,000. I don't really care right now. I think it's just fine to take the hit. And end phase mill 3. Interesting that they played Malicious and didn't really do anything with it. That's pretty interesting. We have Gigantus here. Pretty interesting. We discarded the return. Would have made at least a little bit live. But interesting play. We can Gigantus Caius or we can call Caius. I kind of want to hit the Mally just for the burn damage in the spot, but I also, if they do have Honest, we might want to be able to hit the Lumina as well. So, interesting spot here. I kind of like being aggressive with Call the Haunted and just like pushing and trying to get everything off the board. But should we commit the Caius and the Gigantus, like that's kind of a lot. But Mirror Force might be able to back us up here. So let's go into main phase, and I think we could also make a Black Rose. That would make them really low on cards, though. We'd have to commit Gigantus. Actually, we can't even make Black Rose because we would have to banish our Earth Monster, our commander. So, interesting spot here. We could just call Ancient Fairy. There's actually a lot to think about here. But I think the play is like Caius the Lumina and then just attack Malicious. It could just leave them with Chaos Sorcerer alive as well, though, if we don't banish the Malicious here. But that also makes JD live if we don't banish the thing. So, interesting. I think they're more likely to have Chaos Sorcerer in their deck than JD. But at the same time, like, they are playing a lot of different names. Let's go ahead and do... Let's do... Activate Call. I like keeping Gigantus, I think, a little bit better than the Call face down. So we're going to special summon out the Ancient Fairy here. And then we are going to just battle phase attack the Malicious. Just so there's no like Plague Spreader random nonsense. Then we're going to drop Caius, I think. Just to get rid of the Lumina. And does this when that's destroyed? So this just stays in play. And then we will set Mirror Force here just in case they have anything. It will end. Now, Gigantus is going to be a way, hopefully, that we make like some sort of extending play later on. I'm surprised they're still like in this card-wise, because the turn 1 with Heavy Storm plus attack over their monster was like pretty strong, but they still, like, Twilight just gets value out of the graveyard, as you can see, like Malicious and other things that they got going on. But looks like Aaron passed from them, so pretty good here for us. They didn't really do anything, and we're going to draw for turn. Injection Fairy Lily, interesting draw here. Injection Fairy Lily is actually a decent draw, just because it still threatens to attack over the Aaron, say if like on the following turn, if they do have an Honest here. But them at 48, I'm kind of inclined to just go for a push here. Like if I drop Gigantus into play, normal summon the Injection Fairy Lily, we can easily just go for a game in this spot. Of course, Honest would foil that plan. But would they have used Honest already? I guess we didn't really give them a good time to. They crashed the Wolf, which is like fair, you know, just to crash it into the Ancient Fairy. I thought that was just like a fine play. If they had Honest, they might have not used it there. But we're going to see what we're going to do here. Mirror Force also just protects us from battle. Gigantus will potentially Heavy Storm us on the backswing if we do put it into play as well. I think the safest play is like drop Injection Fairy Lily and attack with Caius here. I think that's what we're going to end up doing. So we'll attack, see what they got going on. Okay, so no response there. They just take the damage. And then this will just attack the token. That's fine. Main phase 2. We're going to think, make sure we're good. We're going to end. I guess we could have killed them, but like it's just kind of risky. Like they could have like any sort of hand trap or whatever. So, okay, well there's a JD. That's pretty good. And JD's going to resolve here. So, JD's strong card. And if they have a monster, they're probably going to kill us. But they're pretty low in cards. Hopefully, nope, that's lethal. So we're going to admit defeat here. And they took game 1. So we're playing against like Light Swarms with like some graveyard value, right? Like Malicious and Dandelion. So I expect maybe like maybe Debris Dragon, something like that, but I don't know. Interesting deck. I thought we had that game in the first turn, but just kind of like off card advantage, but their graveyard gave them a lot of value, and we're going to see what we can do here. So, I mean, we're going first. I definitely like DD Crows here. Crow can interrupt Plague, interrupt Malicious, things of that nature. Creature Swap, Mind Control, these cards seem okay. Soul Taker, I like Soul Taker at least one. I think the card's good at removing stuff like Jane and their pushes that they usually have to commit with. Let's see. Raigeki Break seems kind of mid against them, to be honest. I think I could see cutting one of these, maybe for some, I don't know, but it's also good against Lila. So I think, interesting. We're going to keep Dust Shoot in since we're going first. Solemn could come out, like, because they can easily kill us after we resolve Solemn, but I think the card's really powerful and worth keeping in. Book of Life's excellent in this matchup. Maybe it's just, like, we don't need the Soul Taker, and it's just, like, one more card out for the Crow. Any of these Earth monsters, any, like, not too great against them? No, I kind of like most of them. Fairly, maybe not too good against Honest. Maybe we can cut that out. And then these two come in. Yeah, I like that. Let's try that. Not too much of a big change or anything like that, but we will try it. And we will go first again. Hopefully open with a Recruiter to get our deck going. We will draw for turn here. And Card Trooper. Card Trooper's fine. We have a pretty powerful hand with Call of the Haunted Card Trooper, plus Allure here, if we can find, and Teleport, if we can find some things to do. So let's go in Card Trooper. Declare, and then we're going. Is there a mill 3 option on this? Okay, there isn't. But I think there's a. Isn't it like Slash? I haven't played this game in so long. I haven't played DB in so. Is it like mill 3? Okay, good. We figured it out. And we milled over a zombie. That's pretty good. And I think we just set Call here just to like potentially get some value with the Card Trooper. But yeah, that's about it. Not the best start, but we have some powerful cards in our hand. I mean, a lot of powerful spell cards. So we're going to let that go through. They have a Necroguard Engrave. That's pretty good. Let's see what they end up searching out here. And it's Raikou, so not bad. They're going to set a monster, presumably the Raikou. And we will go to our turn. So we're going to go standby main. Oh, trap Dust Shoot. Oh, that is a good hand to get Dust Shooted with, let me tell you. They're not going to be able to take anything here. Pretty lucky. Pretty lucky. And then we're just going to mind control the Raikou here. Like, I don't see why we shouldn't. Hopefully, unless they're trying to mind game us. Maybe it's a Dandelion, but... can I just, like... Can I not look at this? Is that, okay. We're going to target that. Okay, so... Slash mill 3. And we milled a Mizuki for our troubles. Pretty nice. We're going to activate this and mill another 3. Again, we're going to mill 3, slash mill 3. Bear with me as I struggle to remember how to play DB. Interesting. We'll just go battle phase and swing in for 19. No reason to really do anything else. I can't attack with Raikou. Gain 200. Okay, you got it. Main phase 2. We are going to, I think, like, there's really nothing, like, to do here. Yeah, I think we're just good. Oh yeah, he gets it back. That's right. To opponent move. Okay. We will draw for turn. Mirror Force, interesting. So now I kind of want to do teleport. I kind of want to make some sort of synchro play here. We could go for like a 7, right? But 7 doesn't really do much on this board. We could also go for a 6 with our card trooper. Maybe try and take the opponent's monster, something like what's going to be face down, you know. They also have Necrogrunna. If like it's going to be bad for them, they could block it, so maybe that's not the play. But I think we're getting deeper into our deck where we're either going to mill or draw our commander. There is some pressure to do that there. Let's see. We could teleport and then just give them the monster or creature swap, and then they lose it. That's not the best use of cards, but it is an option here. We also could just give them the Pyramid Turtle and attack over it with creature swaps. So I think that seems pretty nice, and we can even go for like a Reaper and kill this, which seems pretty reasonable. Let's activate the Mizuki and we'll try that play. It would also make our Burial live. So we're gonna banish and special summon this in attack position. Then we will creature swap. I think taking the face down monster for sure. Or they get to choose rather. So they're just going to give us something bad. So just going to give us the face up Raikou most likely. But our teleport then can like make a level 8, which I think is pretty strong. And then we will give them this. Now, do we teleport first? Or do we just mill and then like not and then save the teleport for later? I think that's reasonable because we want to like get the Goblin Zombie into play and then we can like teleport with it after. Let's declare here. Let's just keep milling off Card Trooper. That can't really be a bad thing. And then we will just declare an attack. And let's just get a Goblin or a Plague. Goblin Zombie seems fine. Because we still have some things to search off of it. And we're going to... I'm probably just going to declare an attack into the face down monster here with the Goblin. I think that's reasonable. Treeborn Frog, interesting. So this guy's playing a pretty interesting list. A lot of value in his graveyard that he's putting in his deck. And pretty interesting there. So... do we set the Mirror Force to protect like these kind of like cards? Probably not. We don't want to get like blown out by something. But they don't really have much in the grave. They can't really drop a JD. I don't know. I don't really see a huge reason to set the Mirror Force there. Let's just see what they have. We're up in card advantage, even though like our cards aren't really doing too much. Still no commander, which is good. Let's draw for turn. Caius is a sweet draw. However, I kind of want to lure it away just to get this lure out of my hand, but we can always search a Goblin Zombie and do it that way, which I don't really mind. Let's go main phase, and I think the play is just sack for Caius. I kind of want to sack the Raikou, to be honest, but I think leave the Goblin Zombie floating for like a teleport or something. We could also just hit the back row with Caius, which is kind of like an unconventional play. But what is it going to be? Like, is it going to be Mirror Force or something to, like, you know, we end up getting value anyway. So let's just sack for Caius. Send this to grave. Sack for Caius. Hopefully hit something like a Dandelion. Okay, so this is going to get banished. And then, we don't really mind. I should have milled first, but that's fine. Oh well. Let's just attack for 4. Attack directly. They mill 1. JD, that's, I mean, it was dead anyway, but, yeah, that's fine. And I still, do I waste the teleport now? Like, probably not. I think we just still sit here. We have like Burial for Mizuki. We have a lot of things going on. So and still don't want to set the Mirror Force. Like our cards are all floating. There's no reason to like protect them. We're still at 8,000. It's going to be really hard for them to kill us, but recharge is a decent start. Just kind of getting the wolf out of the grave, out of the hand, and milling some things into grave. They really want to chain a bunch of draw spells or charge a light brigade together to try and come back from a position like this. But there you go. So there's a JD. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and JD is going to do its thing. Do we have anything we can call the Honda for value? That is a negative, so we are just going to activate our stuff here. I believe we're going to search before we draw. So, search, then draw. We're going to grab a goblin zombie here, I think. I think that's like the best thing to do. We could just get Plague Spreader, but, yeah, I think we actually want the tuner, right? Although we have teleport. No, let's get the tuner because we have burial to make a synchro play. So let's just get the tuner here. We can make like Bryonic or something like that, and then we're just gonna draw for turn, or draw for the play here. So yeah, we get 1,800 we're taking and 3,000, so that's fine. 18, 3K. And we just have a mess in our hand. Like they've exhausted a lot of their resources now, and we just have a lot of value in our hand, a lot of things to be doing. And I'm just kind of inclined to make Black Rose with this teleport now. And then what? They have Necro Gardener to try and protect them. I just kind of want to summon this, make a Black Rose, and then like make an extending play afterwards. I think that's fine. We could also just allure this away now and like return it back to our graveyard with the burial when we go for our synchro play. But I think in general, I think the best play is just to make Black Rose and get rid of everything at once. We could go for like a Bryonic push. Let's see if they have Gores or Trag in the graveyard here. No, but they do have Necrogarna, which is not good. So I think just get the card advantage, or trade the cards, and we are going to get our commander now. Let's just get these cards out of here. Drop a Black Rose into play. Declare. Alright, now, what is the line from here? So, we can't really kill them through Necrogardener. Do we have any giant rat targets in deck? We have, yeah, a turtle. Or is the turtle banished? No, okay. Huh. We could just, like, burial, return the turtle, and then attack directly with just 12, force them to use the Gardener, but, I mean, that doesn't seem, like, too powerful. I think, but the turtle, having a turtle in play is going to make sure that we survive, most likely, unless they top deck like JD or whatever. I kind of want to Allure Darkness this Plague away. I think that's just a line I want to take here because of Burial in hand. Draw, and then we'll banish the Plague Spreader zombie. Interesting that we draw Gigantus. Now I definitely want to try and just apply pressure here. At least with Gigantus, it's just like a free summon. We already used our normal summon, and we won't have to use like Burial if we just to apply pressure. But can we kill them through 29? We'd have to put like 3 attackers into play, 2 of them, all of them adding up to 2 of them adding up to 29 or more, 15 apiece. So drop Gigantus, then we were born 1. Doesn't really work. Alright, let's just special summon this. Special summon at attack position by banishing Rat. And then we'll just declare an attack. I like them using a Necrogarna here. I think it's a good choice. Just because the next turn it's like every attack is lethal pretty much. I guess the question is, should we Burial and just put a Bazooki back and get a Permaturtle? But the only target's what, Zombie Master, but it does help us survive. I don't know. I think it's best just to pass here. As you can tell, I like to think a lot about my plays here. I think there's just a lot of equity to be gained in like positions like this, and everyone's so low on cards. But the opponent's going to bring back Treeborn and then bring back a Malicious. I kind of like their build. I like being greedy with the graveyard stuff in the Lightsworn decks. I think that's pretty interesting. Looks like they're just going to build a wall here, and yeah, we're going to see what we can do with it. Interesting Dark Arm draw. How many darks do we have in grave right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So likely not going to be dropping that. I guess we can get to 4 darks in grave by banishing a Mizuki. Banishing Mizuki and bringing back a dark, but that doesn't seem too likely. I kind of want to just go for Bryonic here and like discard my whole hand, try and go for a push. Let's see here. We also could just like normal summon and like attack over their monsters. Worst case scenario, we can put a Permaturtle up and to defend on the following turn. But pretty interesting here. Let's see. I think we are going to... What is the line here? What is the line? I think it's just Turtle. We don't have Urquizas in our deck here. Revive King Hades is pretty strong. I think that card can be pretty good for us if we can make that, which we can, but it would cost a lot of resources, and they could have some sort of back row. But it looks like they sided out their decrees and went into like a more trap-based lineup. So I'm kind of inclined to, like, just normal summon here, I think, and just like see what they have. Just try not to like do anything too crazy, just in case they have something like a Mirror Force or whatever, you know. But let's attack the defense here. Let's see what it is. Since okay, honest, that makes sense. Main phase 2, we are just gonna pass here. A lot of whole thinking to just like do not much, but I think like it's just hard for me to commit like into like 1 back row now, 2 now, but in a position like this. Book of Life, that's pretty sweet. Book of Life can help enable some very strong things. It looks like we're just going to do the Burial Plane now and commit the Book of Life into like some sort of play here. What is the play though? Is it just like Goyo or Bryonic, I guess? Can we make an 8? We can make an 8, but it costs like so many cards. But I do want to get over this Honest. Could just make Goyo, try and take the Honest. That seems fine as well. Let's just banish something out of the graveyard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it doesn't really matter what we banish. I guess it's like a JD or something. But all right, let's just Burial. And then we're going to put back Mizuki, of course. Plague Shredder, of course. And then I guess... right back. And then we're going to activate Book of Life here. Target. JD and Plague. Okay, I'll just banish it. I don't know, waiting for the response there, but we will special summon a defense. Now, I think we want to sync with the Gigantus, I guess, just because the Pyramid Turtle is still floating, so let's just put these in grave. Let's special summon out our Goyo. Solemn. That's fine. Yeah, to grave. And now they're at 1450. Okay. Alright. This is still a game. We still have Mizuki's effect and Plague Shredder. If we Mizuki, what are we going to bring back? We can get back a turtle, I guess. Like, that's fine. If we Plague, we can stack that, but that doesn't really do anything. I'm kind of fine with just attacking. I think that if we go for Bryonic, bounce the back row with one, that might just be a good play. Just discard the Dark Arm. Let's activate this here. Let's go for it. Let's do Declare. Banish. Target the Plague. And then let's just sync with these two into Bryonic. And Declare effect. Let's just target the back row here. Alright. Now, we have a normal summoned, so we can just get in there. Let's do... If we bring back Plague, then we can make what? Colossal Fighter, I guess? Thought Ruler? Seems fine, but I think we just attack here. We have Mirror Force to protect us from like a Caius draw or something. And then I think that's fine. We're just going to attack. Main phase 2, end phase, that's fine. Let's see what they have. Man, playing against these Twilight or like Lightsworn decks is so scary. Like, it just seems like they can always have something to come back. And like, I just never feel like safe to commit once they put their trap cards in. Ooh, Celestia. Normal of Celestia. We're gonna just flip Mirror Force here. No reason to like lose to Honest. Okay, interesting. That was quite the game. I feel like I 100% misplayed a few times in that game. Just like a lot going on, a lot of things to think about. So interesting. We're going to take Trap Dust Shootout. I just like that card going first. DD Crow's good. Let's see here. All these cards seem great. Maybe it's just like Cyber Dragon. Just to deal with deal with like early starts. Just Cyber Dragon, try and beat over things. I think it's fine. Swap cards. Anything else? Nothing else I really see that's like a big problem. I might want another Ageki Break back in. I feel like that card seems reasonable. But I think we'll just stick with this for now. Maybe we want Dust because they were playing a lot of back rows, it seems. I think MST at least is good. So let's see what we can cut out for that. Maybe maybe no, you know what? I think we're good. I think we're just good here. We're gonna be on the draw, it seems, in game 3. This game's kind of been stretched out a long time. We're gonna see what happens in game 3 here, and looks like we got off to a little bit of a better start in this game than the last two. Pyramid Turtle in our opening hand is very good, and of course we're playing Giant Rats to try and find it because it's such a good opening. But interesting here. They mill over a Gardna, and we will draw for turn. Teleport, also a good draw. So we could crash the turtle, go and get something like Mizuki, trade with us even, but they do have Necrogardna to foil that plan. We could DD Crow as a response, but Book of Life also deals with the Necrogardna. I also just like going for teleport, like doing this plus like going for this and then like crashing, getting Goblin Zombie and teleport. Like that seems like it doesn't really accomplish too much, but I think floating the turtle is really good here. So the question is, do we crash it? Maybe they can. Maybe they'll get rid of their Necrogardna, try and get some value that way. I think that's what we're gonna do, just because I want to try and like, I think everything kind of matters here, and I just want to like see if they're gonna Necrogardna on this spot. That's fine. So we'll take 500, and we're gonna send this to grave and go and fetch something. Now, what do we get? We can grab a Zombie Master to try and just get over it. We can go for a Goblin Zombie to float. We can go for another turtle if we really want to, but mostly I think we're just gonna go for Mizuki, trying to like trade off with the opponent, and Mizuki can just help us keep getting into our plays. Mizuki seems fine. I like Goblin because of Book of Life teleport a lot. But then like it kind of makes our attack useless. So I think I like just getting Mizuki here. We'll try that, and then we'll just declare an attack. Like if they honest, that's fine. If they Necrogardna, that's fine. Like it's just free value we're getting rid of. But this is essentially a +1 having the Mizuki in graveyard. So I think this is pretty strong here. Should we set heavy or torrential? I kind of like torrential, just because if they do commit something we want to deal with, we can torrential and then just like Mizuki into Pyramid Turtle or Book of Life into Pyramid Turtle and just take the board that way. Heavy Storm's fine. That's quite alright. Honest 1100. That's fine by me. Okay, they're going to activate their Honest, and they set 2. I don't think there's a reason to like not use the heavy. Okay, they have Dust Shoot. That's fine. Do we want to Crow in response? I don't think so. If they take the Crow, like, so be it. I think that's fine. That's fine. We'll just show them, see what they want to take. Most likely it's the Trooper, since it's like a real card. Help set up our Book of Life, as well as Mizuki. Yeah, that's fine. To top deck. And shuffle. Alright, now, the play I think is remove the Necrogardna. And just reborn Mr. Pyramid Turtle here. Necro. Okay, I forgot. You can just banish your opponent's stuff here. Let me know if that's new. I don't think I remember that ever being a thing, like back when I played. But we're gonna battle phase and attack here. Hopefully, okay, that's fine. We get deprisoned. We will banish our guy, and we will pass. Or do we set heavy? No, I think we just pass. We want to at least get one card for a heavy. 1100. This is such a different game from the 2 previous ones. Even though I felt like we drew pretty good this game, but we'll see here. Draw for turn. Teleport Caius is pretty strong. Just gives us something to do in the late game. Or not in the late game, but like when we have to actually deal with something. However, Honest is like pretty good against our setup here, just being able to attack us. I kind of like just passing. If they can kill us from 53, like, so be it. They did their thing. But I think that they're just going to keep honesting us here, most likely. That's fine. We'll take another 11. We're down to 42. We're pretty much in danger zone now. Let's see. Car Trooper definitely just seems worth. I mean, we're just going to summon it here. The question is if we want to heavy. I think the answer is allow them to like deprison this or whatever. Normal summon. Ask if it's good. Torrential. Interesting. Okay, we'll draw our card. Return's a sweet draw. That's one way to win a game. With the torrential there, them going down a card to take to keep the tempo, I think is pretty interesting. I think that means they're probably going to try and like set up some sort of kill shot. They only have two light horns engraved, but that's pretty interesting here. I think DD Crow is going to help us save us though. I mean, I like our hand. I'm just kind of afraid of dying here. But what are we going to do? Like set an emergency teleport to survive? That doesn't seem productive in any way. I think the play is just like set heavy storm and like hope they don't like kill us. I think that's kind of the play here. But they've just been summoning Honest every turn, so like I don't think they're going to be able to actually kill us. Now we're at 31. Pretty interesting life total. JD being 3,000, but we will draw for turn. Foolish Burial is a nice draw here. We're going to be able to probably send a Goblin Zombie and start synchroing here and set up our return pretty easily. I just feel inclined to do it. They have 5 cards, but like they are going to just get like they're gonna have something to do at some point, you know. So let's just send the Goblin, I think, so we can keep getting value and we can also teleport for a sweet play if it does resolve. So let's declare and banish. And we'll special summon our Goblin. And then I believe the play is here. We teleport. And we're going to bring out our commander to grave. And we have a normal summoned. So if they do Gors or Caius or Trag or Gors, we're gonna be able to like actually get some value like off this Caius here. But we're gonna synchro here into my boy Urbellum. Card suite, and then we're gonna declare our Goblin Zombies effect to search. And let's see what we're gonna search here. Could get another Goblin, could get like Zombie Master. I think Zombie Master's fine, but we don't have access to like the tuner yet, the zombie tuner, so it's likely Zombie Master, just so like we can try and like make some sort of push after. But I don't know. What's the line here? Plague doesn't really do anything by itself, but it could combo with our return stuff. Let's try and get Plague, I think. Let's attack for 22 and get our effect off. If they have 4 more cards in hand, we get to place a random card on the top of their deck. Let's just hit this one. Okay, that's fine. So they do Gors, so we'll hit that one. Okay. Main phase 2 now. I think the play is just a Caius the Gors. I think that is the line here. And then set our return. Main phase 2. Otherwise we just get run over. Like we can't really do anything, so. They take 1,000 from that. And then we're going to set our return and pass the turn. And hopefully this is enough to win. Kind of an awkward game here. But we did end up using a lot of our cards. And we're at advantage on board and in card advantage now. So we're going to see what we do here. Our opponent has a 2200 token. They have a light graveyard, only 7 cards engraved there, but we have a switch to attack position. That's pretty interesting here. And then a pass. So interesting. Very interesting. He's basically telling us that he has some sort of like Mirror Force, Deprison, or Honest, and he doesn't want to attack into any of that stuff that I control. This is a weird spot. Brain Control helps quite a bit because it can just play around Honest that way. But the thing is, like, if we want to like heavy the back row away, we could chain return, I guess. Like, that seems fine, and just try and go for a kill here. We could also just like summon Plague Spreader Zombie and see what they do. Synchroing into something like a Stardust Dragon seems fine, and then to go for a return kill. There's a lot of options here. I kind of like heavy chain return. I think that's kind of the play, and we'll just see what happens here. Return is 2 monsters. That seems good. Okay. Well, I'm gonna chain return here. Just because, like, once I know they're not going to, well, they chain Decree to the return, so it just gets negated. So I'm just gonna take 1550. And then it gets negated. That's fine. But either way, we should be able to go for a kill here. So we're gonna pay 800. I hate DB for like those type of reasons, where like you just can't ever tell like how things are supposed to sequence. Obviously, like, I'm not just gonna sit here and bring my stuff back. They would just chain Decree, and like, but some players like get a little bit confused by those type of situations, and yeah. But we're just gonna normal summon this, and we're gonna battle phase. Gorz is already out, so we're gonna attack with our highest monster first to play around Tragodia. Okay, GG's. Good game, guys. Pretty long one. Sorry about that. I felt like I was thinking quite a bit, but I'm sort of getting used to this format playing on DB. I thought this third game was really interesting. So we probably will just keep this video together. Let me know what you guys thought about the deck here. We'll go back to the deck just to see what we got going on. And yeah, this is the deck. I thought it's interesting. I thought we just didn't really draw our Giant Rat or our Pyramid Turtles early in the game enough to get our engine going. However, like, there are some edits you could do to sort of change that. You can add a third turtle, maybe a Sangan to go find those cards, but overall I think like Rat's just a solid card. I like the Psychic Commander quite a bit. I think it did a lot in this match. But yeah, that matchup's scary, man. Lightsworn just always seems to be like really good, and I like how greedy the opponent was with their graveyard manipulation and the effects they had coming out of the grave. So pretty interesting matchup there. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section below, and that is about it, guys. Without further ado, this is Dan V from SSG signing out.